Hi, everyone, and welcome to Lesson 107, Truth will correct all errors in my mind. Now, truth is not just an intellectual idea, it's the actual presence of love. All of these different words keep pointing to the same thing. So the awareness of love's presence is going to correct the errors in my mind, because clearly errors are what's not loving. So it then begins, what can correct illusions but the truth? And what are errors but illusions, notions about ourselves that are not recognized? So where truth has entered, the errors or the illusions or the notions just vanish. They don't leave a trace. They're gone, because without belief, they have no life. See, the belief that you're not okay isn't real. So when we go, what a crazy idea, the whole notion just disappears because it wasn't true in the first place. Disappears to nothingness. From dust to dust, these ideas come and go, and only the truth, the substance of real life, love, and truth remains. Then it asks the question, can you imagine what a state of mind without these false beliefs about yourself might be? How would it feel? Try to remember if ever there was a time, even a tiny little minute, when nothing interrupted your peace. You were certain in that moment you were loved and safe. And then try to picture what that would be like to have that moment extended forever and ever. And then let that sense of quiet be multiplied hundreds of times and hundreds more. And now you have only a hint, the faintest idea of the state of mind we're going to rest in when the truth of our actual, real, omnipotent brilliance is revealed to us. There can't be any fear, there can't be any doubt, there can't be any attack. When the truth is here, pain is over. Because pain is always about believing something about yourself that's not true, feeling guilty, feeling not okay. There is no room for these transitory thoughts, these dead ideas. The truth about yourself and about everything occupies your mind completely, liberating you from all these beliefs in the ephemeral, which means everything having to do with time and space and ego. They just have no place, because once the truth has come, they are nowhere, cannot be found, for truth is everywhere. You see, truth is an experience, and when you have that experience, which is utter joy, utter peace, everything else just leaves your awareness because it's just not there anymore. Okay, when truth has come, it doesn't stay a while, then disappear, change to something else. It doesn't shift and alter, come and go and come again. It stays exactly as it always was, to be depended on in every need, trusted with a perfect trust, no matter the seeming difficulties and the doubts that the appearances of the world seem to present. They just blow away. Once this truth corrects these errors, you see, the errors are our current programming that make us feel small, separate, unimportant, and all the rest. So when truth has come, it harbors in its wings the gifts of perfect constancy, love which doesn't falter, just looks beyond pain, steadily and sure. It brings the gift of healing, because the truth doesn't need any defense. There's no attack and defense at all involved with the truth. So now illusions can be brought to the truth. That means to the presence within myself. I can look at all the things I believe about myself now that aren't true. And the truth in me can look and go, well, look what you used to believe. And it doesn't go the other way. There's no way that the beliefs in our smallness and our lack ever trump the truth. Okay, then it repeats, because all of this is very repetitious. Truth doesn't come and go. The truth of us doesn't come and go, doesn't shift and change, doesn't turn into this and that, evades capture, escaping grasp, It doesn't hide. It stands in the open light in obvious accessibility. It's impossible that anyone could seek the truth and not succeed. In other words, when we want to see that love is everywhere, that's what we're going to see, and nothing's going to get in the way. So today belongs to truth. So give truth its due. That means pay attention to all that's good and beautiful and true and loving, because that's what's true, and this will return to you. We are not meant to suffer and to die. That which created us wants these dreams gone. So let the truth correct them all, get these crazy ideas out of our minds, right here, even while we're still in time and space. It says we don't ask for what we don't already have. We're just asking for what belongs to us to be recognized by us. So today, we're going to practice with the happy note of certainty that's born of somewhere we know the truth of us is true. The shaky and unsteady footsteps of illusion are not our approach today. Notice that when you think you're a small person in a big world that doesn't care much about you, footsteps are a little shaky, a little unsteady, and we don't feel very safe. But now, we are going to be as certain of success as we are sure we live and hope and breathe and think, and we are not going to doubt that we're headed toward truth today, and we're going to count on it to make its awareness known in our exercises. So begin by asking Him. Now, all of these capital H words like this, him and there and so on with a capital T, are just referring to the true presence of all of us, seemingly individually, but certainly collectively. It's like the Holy Spirit, if you like that word, or your intuition, or a sense that's in your mind guiding you. Whatever works, let that be for you. So by asking that goes with you upon this undertaking, that this truth, that something is here for you and with you, is something you can be aware of. And then it reminds us you are not made of flesh and blood and bone, but created by the self-same thought that gave the gift of life to Him as well, ourself. And then it gets, again, this gets to be a little convoluted, but don't let it worry you. He is your brother. And so like to you, your Father knows that you are both the same. It is yourself you ask to go with you. Well, this is your conscious, aware presence that's infinite, that's eternal, that's loving, that has peace and joy built into it. All of that is always with you because it's what you are. It's not like you're a something else and you drag this along with you. This is what we are. We've got to keep moving in that direction. This is what we are. So the truth of this will correct all the errors in our minds that tell us that we're separate beings. Now we're going to speak to this awareness in our minds today and make our pledge to let the function of truth being present be fulfilled through us. So to share His function is to share His joy. And let's put our in there in addition to His. This confidence is with us as we say, the truth, the reality of what I really am is going to correct all the errors about all the little small stuff I think is true now. And I will rest in Him who is myself. Rest in the knowledge that there's something big that I am, and I'm safe being big. Then let Him lead you gently to the truth. It's going to envelop you with a deep and tranquil peace, so that we return to our normal time and space world reluctantly, because that was such a lovely experience. And yet, we're going to be glad to come back into the world because we're going to bring the promise of the much better life that we can all experience when this truth is known to us and when we live it. And then it says these changes are going to increase with every gift of 5 small minutes that we offer, and the errors that surround the world will be corrected, as we let them be corrected in our minds. Don't forget your function today. Every time you tell yourself with confidence, the truth of my being, the truth of the lovingness that I am is going to correct all these errors. It's going to just wipe out the business that nobody loves me. And you speak for all the world and him who would release the world as we allow ourselves to be freed. Have a wonderful practice. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.